Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back. Maxine Shriber joining us here. If you haven't heard of her, well, I don't know where you've been because she's huge. New York City, world renowned. We're talking Maxine Shriber Design, and it's fantastic to have such a powerful, successful woman here who does everything from blueprint to permits to construction to overseeing everything as far as interior design. And really, she's a full service company, and I'm proud to say that she's my friend. I'm just so honored because you got to see her work, and we're going to talk more about what she does and actually see. And it amazes me, and I hope to one day have a home that she could interior design for me. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Great.
Well, a little overview for people that don't know of you. Just Google her name. But tell us a little bit about the company, please.
Okay, it's Maxine Shriber Design. We're a full-service company. We do from blueprints to permits to full construction to all interior work, furniture. And handle and oversee everything.
Yay! And for today, what did you like to kind of dive into for everyone?
Right. Well, today we're going to start again because of this new sitcom on TV about this non-Jewish girl meeting this hot guy, and it turns out he's a rabbi. This is a couple whose younger son left the nest. And they decided to completely remodel it for themselves. So before, you see, they had 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 small bathrooms. And then on the other side, they had a den and a small half bathroom with a large walk-in closet. And then they had their kitchen, which was there, all enclosed. And then I'll show you what was done next. And then what we did is we demoed the entire space, and now they had a very large flowing bedroom, which also had a big walk-in closet for both of them, and a huge bathroom, a double bathroom, which I didn't bring pictures for, but trust me, it's fabulous. And then they had their den that they still had, but they wanted a full bathroom. So if they had a guest over, they can then use this bathroom. And then we did a small kosher kitchen, which also included a place to sit and a bar, so it would be dual purposes to it. So the next one will show you what the kitchen starts looking. And this is the electrical plan. Mm-hmm. We dropped the ceiling just about 2 inches, which years ago you used to have to drop ceiling 7-8 inches for the cans, but now it's very small, and you can have a drop ceiling only 2 inches. We can get an all down lights, LED throughout the whole apartment. So it really is very elegant. And then here's the layout for the kitchen. As I said before, it's smaller. It can't have all the double ovens and all the things that I showed you last week, but they were able to accommodate 2 dishwashers.
And explain the purpose of that for people that don't know what a kosher kitchen is
so
and what.
The dairy,
Thank you.
I was going to tell you, the smaller one, 18 inches for dairy, and the 24-inch is for most of the meat, because that's mostly the main meals at dinner and so forth on. And then you had 2 sinks. One is for dairy and one is for meat. And all the cabinets above, where is dairy, that whole area of dairy, had all the cabinets above, and all the cabinets below had all the dishes, pots, pans, and everything for dairy. And on the other side was everything for meat, which is a much larger area. And they couldn't put in a double refrigerator. So what they do is they split it from shelves. So they use 2 shelves for dairy, 2 shelves for meat, blah, 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 kind of thing. Anyway, and they had 2 frozen areas, so they were able to kind of divide that up. And then we had, again, as I said before, all the appliances, including the wine cooler, all are on Shabbos mode, meaning that when Friday sundown, the light will turn off automatically. So they're allowed to open up their refrigerator and be able to see things in it, because they're not allowed to turn on lights. So they also had an instant hot one, but they, again, cannot use it during Shabbos because it's electrical. So here you can see the hidden cabinets, and all the materials that are in it. Did you show that whole thing with the materials? Let's go back to the materials. Yeah. So their cabinets are this cabinet by Craft Made. It's custom made. The sides are all stainless steel. So all the doors are framed in stainless steel as well as all the drawers. So it's very, very chic. And then the flooring is a herringbone, which goes throughout their apartment. It's a natural color, and it's white oak, and it's herringbone throughout the apartment. When you see the pictures, you'll see what I'm talking about. And again, we use the Caesar stone. Now, it looks like it's pure white, but if you go up very close, it has teeny little variations in it. Very basic, and they did this for the countertop and the backsplash. So it's very simple. It's very sleek. You see the two sinks, and then the spout can go either direction. It swivels, so they can use it for either the dairy section or the meat section. And then their stove, because they didn't have a room for a double oven, so they use mostly this oven for their meat, and above they use it for the dairy, for heating up dairy things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and even the window is all framed in the Caesar stone, so it's no maintenance at all. We did under-counter strip lights, which gave them a lot of lighting, and they can stay on because they're LEDs, so they don't have to turn them off during Shabbos. Now, this is, at the end of it, we built a bar area where they have all their glasses and wines and liquors that they could serve from there. So we continued that in the kitchen area. Oh, and there's the herringbone floor. You see the wood floor?
That's gorgeous.
And it's the light wood floor, and it's throughout their whole apartment.
Yeah.
So this gives you a feeling of their dining room now that looks directly into the kitchen, because now the kitchen is beautiful, so they wanted to be part of it. And then their seating is on the outside, and if you can see in the far back, they use it as when they're entertaining, a buffet and having a drink there, as well as having breakfast in the morning. And in the background, you can see the bar area.
So clean.
Okay.
Oh, what's that?
Okay, so that's their original bathroom.
Okay.
And that's very...
Oh my gosh, I had to take a double trip. I couldn't even see the toilet and the sink. It just looked like light sockets. Oh my gosh.
Right?
Right? Oh,
So all his,
I have a friend
toilet,
whose house looks like that still. I hate going in that toilet. I hate it.
Very 60s.
Yes.
It's very 60s. It's all mirrored, completely smoke mirror, black floor, black toilet, black everything. And all it was a toilet and a sink. They needed to do it. So the den, they have a bed that comes out. If their son comes over or somebody wants to sleep over, they wanted a full bathroom. So in New York City, this is quite a problem in a post-war building. And post-war means it was built after World War II. Pre-war has much bigger floor space. It's not on a cement base, and you could do a lot more in building things you want to. So I was very limited, but I'll show you if you go to the next page. So this is the bathroom now, which has the shower. We took away the closets from the other den, and this is all a textured Caesar stone type of unit. The floor is also mosaic. And in the back, if you see in the stainless steel, there is the grill for the shower, for the floor. So it kind of hides. And then because I've spoken to you about a backflow toilet. So backflow toilets, I can move the toilet in any direction. I just have to go into the piping. So that's what we did. And it's a backflow toilet. This one is also a washlet toilet as well. And then there's the guest bath vanity, and it's turned into a big bathroom from that little tall, strange black bathroom from before. Oh, and then we have an ad that I want to show you, and this people can look at. This is from a magazine. It's called Haven, and it basically is in every city. this is from New York City area, the tri-state. And what it does is it has all the real estate of apartments and buildings and houses that are available. And this is a page, second page in the magazine. This is our ad. And actually, this bedroom is part of that apartment that I spoke to you about. So that's why I'm showing it to you.
Yeah.
So it shows, what we do and book our services. And our telephone number is 588-9521. And it shows us also our email and everything about us. So it's a pretty ad.
Wow.
Now, do you have any questions about the kitchen?
Well, go back to the bathroom. Just hold on. Go back. How do you tile something like that? Go back. I mean, how long does that take to tile? Look at that. What do we call it? It's like a mosaic. Like, does it come like on a thing, or it's like hand?
No, the mosaic comes on a sheet that's 12 by 12.
Oh my gosh!
And so therefore, you set it together. The walls were very large pieces, and I think they were 18 by 24.
That looks like wallpaper from the picture. It looks so smooth.
Right. Well, they all have grooves in them, and it's all very textured. Wow. And then you have the hand shower, you have the top shower. Because we had to do some of the plumbing on top to bring a washer and dryer in, backing up to it. So the ceiling is slightly lower. So that's why we brought the shower head all the way up. So if someone's 6'4", wants to take a shower, they're not going to have a problem. Mm-hmm. And then we only did a half wall. You want to show the shower?
Sure.
Okay, so if you notice, there's only a half wall on the shower door because the owners did not want to have the feeling that it was all enclosed. So they stayed with a half wall of glass, and it seems to work just fine with no problem.
Wow.
And the toilet is a great toilet. It's by Duravic. Right. It's by Duravic. And it's designed by a very top French designer. So it has a very sleek look to the toilet. And if you notice, the toilet is shorter, but yet more than enough room for anybody to sit in, from a 50-pounder to a 300-pounder. But plenty of room, but it's shorter, so therefore it doesn't encroach walking into the shower or going into the bathroom. So.
Wow. Well, I just can't. I mean, let me ask. Everything seems the new look too. You help me out here. Again, naive Long Islander girl. Keeping the toilet and the sink attached to the wall. What do we call that? It's a what type of mount?
Well, this one is a backflow toilet. The toilet is a backflow.
Doesn't that just make sense? Why doesn't everyone have that? I hate the ugly look of a toilet and then everything leaks and it's just...
It's a plumbing situation. It's a plumbing situation, meaning the tank behind that, there is a huge tank in the wall. Mm-hmm. Instead of it sitting on top, most Europeans do it because of their way system. They had backflow toilets way before they came to the United States. But in the wall is a tank. And that tank keeps the water. And if you notice, there's two buttons. There's a little flush and a big flush. So it's for whatever you happen to put in the toilet that needs a big flush or a little flush, because Europeans are very conscious of water saving. Yep. So they brought it back to the United States with it. And instead of it going to the floor, it goes to the wall's waste pipe. So it's a different formation of plumbing. Okay, so like this building, I had to close and seal the original waste floor because you would get odor from it because it goes from floor to floor to floor. I think this apartment is on the 7th floor, but everybody uses the same toilet line, so it goes back into the wall. You think it goes only into the floor, but it goes back to the wall. I tapped into the back to the wall, and that's how we do it. But there are a lot of buildings. You have to get certain permission. Mm-hmm. You have to put in where the toilet is. Back there is a water. It's it's so long. If there's any leaking of any kind, it shuts off the water that is going to the toilet. So I have in this little cabinet here, there's a button that you can turn the water back on. But we have to have all these safety measures. You have to put a lead pan inside the wall so nothing gets down to the apartment below and so forth on. And in fact, when you're doing it, the building's engineer comes up, checks your work to be sure that everything is the way it has to be. And if you notice, the shower is one step up from the floor. It's not flush with the floor at all because we had to bring pipes underneath. And so we're not allowed to break into a post-war building is made out of cement, as we discussed, so it's structurally much sounder. So you can't go into the foundation. So we had to bring the pipe above the foundation. We went into the wall and then back out. And so we needed that extra 3-4 inches to be able to bring the pipe out.
Wow.
So it's interesting because when you're doing things, you have to think of the engineering aspect of it.
Wow. Well, also, let me ask you, same then for the sink, right? Because it's about the piping and the plumbing that has to go on the wall like that.
No, the plumbing is always on the wall.
Got it. Okay.
That's not a big problem. The trap is on the wall. We just hung it. We put supports inside the wall so we could take pressure. And even if I wanted to if I didn't want to have the sink faucet on the wall, on the cabinet, I could have done it onto the wall because we open up the wall, everything is there, and you could place it any way you want. So you've gone to many bathrooms where you see it on the wall. The hand faucet is on the wall and not on the cabinet. Because a lot of people have, teeny little rooms that are like half bathrooms off of their kitchen. And so they want the sink to have some kind of space. So they put the faucet on the wall instead of mounted on the sink. So those are other things you could do. And what you don't see there is one light is on, but on the medicine cabinet, the lights for it are in the mirror. And it's quite attractive when they're both on.
Wow.
You see that? So there's no lights above the mirror. There's lights in the ceiling, but do you see it?
I could see a little bit. Yep,
and they're LED lights.
That's cool. And then I see some
reflection. So they shine on both sides. It's great to make up with.
Can you get one of those mirrors like with the TV in it, like that, like high end, like hotels have? I want that.
TV in your medicine cabinet?
Have you seen that? Yeah, it's like the reflect all. It's like the TVs actually, like the hotels in Vegas have them in the corner, and I'm like, this is so cool. I could watch the news while I'm getting ready in the morning.
I haven't seen that one. A lot of the stuff.
I taught you something. This is impressive.
Right. No, because a lot of the thing I've seen mirrors with TVs for living rooms where they don't want to show it as a TV mounted on the wall.
It's like
they
a picture.
Use this mirror or a painting, and then there's the TV. But I haven't seen the other. But I don't do hotels or more that type of designing. And so the things that they have for hotels and places to stay are very different than I go to. The resources are very different, meaning I can buy one of those mirrors or even two of those mirrors or four of those mirrors. If I went to the show, which I've been to these shows, I would have to buy a minimum of 60 mirrors because it's for hotels.
Yeah.
They don't sell to individual designers.
Got it.
For homes. We can't buy the same thing. I could see something I love and I say, what's the minimum order? 20. That kind of thing. So I can't buy. I see them, but I can't buy them. So I'm sure that particular thing that you're talking about was specific for the hotel that you're staying at. And how many rooms does it have? 150 rooms. So it followed with the pavement and what they need, but we can't do it. So a lot of things we can't buy.
Oh, well, that's fascinating to know. But I'm like, that's another beautiful tile work there. If you go back one picture, another.
Yeah, this one, the back, that's really pretty. They're little circles, and they're called penny circles, and it gives a great feeling to back of the bar. The bar was not set up yet, so I just put some things to photograph it. But now it's filled with beautiful glasses and champagne glasses and all the bar units and all the liquors underneath. So it's really quite beautiful. But I kind of put a couple of things I saw there just so I could photograph it. So, but now it's quite beautiful. And what did you show with those things? No.
The which one?
The one in the dining room. Okay, and the same thing with this dining room table. Just want to mention this dining room table. This dining table has 2 leaves in it. So they can entertain from 6 to 12 people, which is amazing. Because remember, they have a kosher kitchen. A lot of people who keep Shabbat.
Yep.
She can have 12 people over for dinner. That is pre-cooked before they get there. And it's so she needed a table that could be opened up that large. And it's a great table. And that's it. That's what I have for you today.
Well, I think it's pretty amazing. That's not just all. You got a lot. My goodness. Seriously. Well, this is beautiful work that you're doing, and anyone can reach out and take that construction dream into reality, as you say, right? And
right.
I know you work out in the Hamptons. You do also virtual work elsewhere.
And I do Bermuda.
Bermuda, exactly.
And California.
So she can work anywhere.
Right, I can work. If you send me the plane ticket, I'm in the seat and ready to roll.
And just curious, what do you love most about about the work you're doing?
It's very interesting, and most designers will tell you the same thing. Is once you start, you know what it's going to look finished, and it's just like starting to paint. You start on the palette. It's a clear palette, and you start painting, and it's very rewarding to make your drawings come to life. And I think that's the excitement of it. It's not always exciting when something goes wrong, but it's a very exciting process in your visual, because most designers, architects, we're all visual. I mean, we're good in math, we're good in science. We can't speak English very well, meaning that we are all visual. We're not. And so, therefore, we already know what it's going to look like, and it's very exciting to put it together. And then the client goes, "Oh my God, it looks just like the drawings," and you go, "Yeah." And it's an exciting part, and it's challenging because everybody wants something different. Everybody has different tastes, but they hire me within the taste range that I do. So I can do a little bit more traditional. I can do very contemporary, but it's in a same base. Wow. And that's really important.
Beautiful. Well, thank you again. And if we want to reach out to, tell us how.
It's Maxine Shriber at 212-588-9521. And we're right here in New York, and we do the tri-state as well as Long Island and any place you want me to travel.
Beautiful. Thank you again for being here, for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the day, sweetheart. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, take care. Bye.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese!
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.